So the first part of tagging is actually considering whether or not you can answer the question in a different way, perhaps without contacting the animals, because that is, the animals, it's sort of necessary to bother them to some degree when you have to tag. But there's some sorts of questions where you really do need to attach a tag. For example, if you want to understand the underwater behavior of the animal in some detail, then it is necessary to do that, and how the sounds perhaps relate to specific foraging behaviors. Then attaching the tag can be quite critical to help our understanding. So I actually have a tag here. This isn't actually a fully operational tag, but it shows the outer housing of it. And essentially, what we do is whales, of course, have to come to the surface to breathe, and so you have to do that quite regularly. And so that gives us an opportunity to remotely attach the tag to the whales without having to capture it. So we go basically watch the whale breathing and very slowly approach it, trying to get a little bit closer. And we have the tag on the end of a long pole. We try to make as long a pole as possible, depending on our ability to hold it. And but the longer the better, because that avoids us having to get too close if we can help it. Then basically we just try to time it for when the animal comes up to breathe, that we get the boat in position close enough that then when it comes up that we're actually able to attach the tag with the pole during that very few seconds that you have while the animal comes up to breathe. Once the tag is on, then there's a radio transmitter on the tag that we can use to follow the whale around. And that way we can sort of stay closer to it, which allows us to recover the tag when it falls off. It also allows us to record the behavior of the animal while the tag is on, behavior that we can see from the boat. And the tag has a radio transmitter in it, as I mentioned, and when the tag falls off the whale, then it floats in the water with the antenna sticking up. So we can use that with the radio receiver to home in on the location of it. And then eventually at the end we actually have to see the tag floating in the water and scoop it up with the net and plug it into the computer to download all the data. Yes, quite a few projects. One project that I work on is a project where we try to measure how much fat the whale has by measuring its buoyancy. So the tags record the motion of the animals as it swims. It shakes the tag on the animal, showing the swimming, the actual fluking, thrusting motions of a whale. And we can use that to identify periods when they actively swim versus periods when they glide. And analysis of the glides in particular can tell us about the buoyancy of the animal, because they take advantage of their buoyancy to get a free ride either on the way down in their dive or on the way up, depending on their buoyancy.